No break, no jam, no sense. A joro jam, a joro, joro, joro.
This artist, his name is JPEG Mafia, and you guys should check his work out. The name of the album is the most aptly named project in relation to everything that's going on in the world. All my heroes are cornballs. Because fab, the stuff that people I used to look up to are doing and saying every other day now is just, it's so depressing considering you used to put people like this in such high regard.
But yeah, you okay?
Like, it's deep, man.
Did you listen to Lil Wayne's podcast the other day?
B50?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's literally what I was even gonna get into, man.
Like, shit is embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
Go on, my guy.
Like, this is Lil Wayne. This is someone that I'm sure all of us grew up listening and almost damn near idolized his work. And then for him to be coming out with okay, basically for anyone that didn't watch it, they went on 50 for about 2 minutes, but basically just clowning black women and tried to infer that, you know, women of other races are more exotic and less angry and stuff like that. Like, it's just depressing stuff to see, innit? What do you guys think?
I mean, just because the guy is singing "Lick You Like a Lollipop" doesn't mean he has anything upstairs. I'm sorry, I'm being harsh on him, but for black men to be saying things like this, it's frustrating, man. Like, we're fighting a battle against another race, and we're even fighting amongst each other because it's not everyone. Even it's not every black person
that's in on the fight.
Yes, like
not every black person is in on the program.
It's depressing.
There's so much infighting within our race. Like, even someone as powerful as Lil Wayne, like, how do we look as a force, as a race, for someone as famous as him to say racism doesn't exist?
This is why it pains me that we, the average people, we regard what they say so highly, and I don't think that should be the case.
You put them in so much high regard, and I'm at the point where I'm pretty much trying to grow out of celebrity culture. You get me?
I feel like it's impossible not to respect them. It's impossible it's possible for the masses not to view their opinions in a high regard, because these people have given us craft that no one else has, which is why they're in the position they are in the first place, you know? So I think it's unrealistic to say that why do people hold their opinion in such high regard. I think it's a domino effect.
I don't think it's unrealistic.
But at the same time, like, we know them for their music, for example.
Yeah.
Like, the content of their music. So, just because Kanye West made My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy doesn't mean I give a fuck about his political views. The only time that I really care is when he, you know, gives out dangerous rhetoric that can affect everyone. Those are the times that I'm like, okay, this guy, you need to either educate yourself or just shut up. You get me? Those are the only times I really care. But for the most part, I don't care whether you're conservative or lib. I don't care.
I mean, Logic makes good music, but I wouldn't pack him in a UEFA Champions League final, because there's one thing he knows how to do, that's make music. Now, I'm not saying that just because, like, that's a topic for another day, man. You are music. That's not the topic we're talking about right now, man. You know, so I'm not saying that you shouldn't give them a chance. Give them a chance, but it's shocking to me how people, like, you know, these people would say something and then people would follow.
That's about the celebrities.
Yeah, celebrities. They would, people, you know how we talk about celebrities keeping quiet and how we put the onus on them to speak in certain situations because of the reach they have. I think it's quite mad that there are some people who wouldn't, like, read up on situations or have an opinion on something until their favorite celebrity speaks up on it.
Man.
Oh, okay. Well, that happens to be a problem. Well,
that's a
obviously,
massive problem.
I can't defend that because that's a bit mad. I think, especially as a black person, you should educate yourself, you know, especially on the, you know, issues that are going on right now. Yeah. You don't need celebrity to tell you that. But what I'm saying is, I feel like they've earned the right to have such, well, not have, not have such, you know, responsibility placed on them, but celebrities have earned the right to be on that pedestal because of the work that they've given us.
True.
Now, whether you take their personal views on politics or not, you know, it's different. But to say that, you know, you're surprised that people are, you know, people hang on to their word is a bit, you know, come on. People aren't expected to do that because
It's
those
not
are the
a
people
thing
that they idolize, you know.
It's not a thing that I'm surprised that people do it. It's just a thing that I don't think people should do it. Because at the end of the day, yeah, maybe you are surprised, but at the end of the day, I'm the type of person, like if Kanye, like if any good musician like talks about music and I respect their work, I'm gonna listen because that is what they're good at, so that's what I care about. I'm not trying to hear about stuff, what they feel about other things, because it doesn't necessarily concern me.
You know what you just said about being surprised?
Yeah.
If give me a name of a good musician. Like if
Kendrick Lamar.
if Kendrick came to you and said, I think you should invest everything you've ever earned in your life in this company, would you do that?
No.
So why can't you? That's what I'm saying. Why isn't it the same with political views? Why wouldn't you believe him? Because you know he's not qualified. Just because he makes music doesn't mean he's qualified to give you financial advice.
Yeah, that's why I said we
It should be the same
To
thing.
be fair, I think this generation is actually good at counseling artists for when they go wrong. Do you get me?
Yeah.
I think the last generation let a lot of things slide.
Yeah, I think cancel culture is a relatively
No, I don't
phenomenon.
think. I think good at it. I don't think we're good at it.
I think we're the
We're
best
bad
at
at
it.
it.
I think
No.
I think
No,
We're
we're
bad.
definitely better than previous.
we're definitely better than
generations.
previous
Are we?
generations. Yes, we
Because-
are.
We are.
No,
are.
listen.
Fam, R. Kelly lasted as long as he did because people been knowing.
People
him
been knowing him, bro.
Like people
been on
knowing him.
Yeah.
Listen to me. First of all, there's no consistency, so I can't say. How can
Zero
you say we're
consistency.
good
I
at
will
it
agree
when there's
with
no
that.
consistency? Second of all, yes, we cancelled R. Kelly. Look at 6ix9ine, for example. He's a non-black man who goes around saying nigger. People support him. Are we really good at cancelling people?
But you have
If
to
there is
remember,
anyone we should cancel, should it not be him?
you also have to remember, majority of 6ix9ine's audience are white people. If you actually
Do you have
realize.
any facts to back
No,
that up?
like a lot of it is.
It's like saying, do I have any facts to back the fact up that the people who listen to Eminem are predominantly.
We
Because-
actually don't know that.
Come on.
Fam, a lot of people really do
You
not
can't
fuck
just
with
Where
make
does
blanket
you can-
statements like
his
that.
music
just-
sales, where did they come from? Do you think his black people where they finance that one? They Chris?
That's what music sales.
Well,
Yeah,
these
no.
aren't just like blanket statements. Like as someone that's in like as much into the industry as me, like just going
That doesn't
into,
mean you can't be
like,
wrong about certain
I can be
things.
wrong about
And
things,
what if
but
this
when
is
I'm,
one of them?
I'm not saying can't be wrong about certain things within it because I don't necessarily work in it. But then just going off stuff like say Instagram comments, sale numbers, streams as opposed to
Insta-
actual physical sales, stuff like that.
Instagram
You can
comments.
attribute Instagram comments. Thank you. You can attribute.
No.
He's not saying
agreeing
thank you.
with
He's not
you, man.
agreeing with me. He said
No,
thank
but
you.
That's what you're saying.
No, you can actually
Say
use
thank
Instagram
you.
comments because who are the people there?
Come on, that's a bad.
That is
bad.
not good.
Yeah, that's not.
You don't think? Well,
It's
I'm
not.
pretty sure.
But I
Don't
know
say-
that Eminem. Who they listen to Eminem apart from the white people?
No, don't say that. No.
I know black people listen to him, but I'm saying that.
But
predominantly-
6ix9ine, I'm sure majority is white people. But at the end of the day, like a lot of us
You're
don't give
sure?
a fuck about 6ix9ine. I'm telling you, a lot
Stop
of
trying
black
to absolve
people
us
don't
of
give a fuck
blame,
about
man.
6ix9ine.
We are part of this problem.
We are part of this problem
As in
because
the
at the
black
end of the
community,
day,
Yes, we are part of this
Explain
problem.
how.
Why have we not? What's the name of that girl? The British girl that lost both her parents.
Who lost both?
I
Do you remember?
No idea. Maybe I just
Old
can't
tweet
remember.
surfaced of her. I've
Oh,
forgotten her name.
Nella.
Yeah, Nella. Now,
Oh yeah.
Now,
Damn.
6ix9ine was not cancelled. Nella Rose was cancelled.
They tried to.
Can you not see the problem?
Yeah, that's a big one. Fair enough. Word.
Can you not see the problem?
Word.
I mean, it's also kind of hypocrisy. It shows that, bro, people don't cancel people because they do bad things. They just
Okay.
cancel the people they don't like.
But that's also there's something I'll also say. First of all, like we said before, like Nella's comments were just wrong. But things like Nella got cancelled for like what 1-2 days, and people were back on the love chain for her.
They were back on the love
Yes.
chain because people that wanted to, people that were against the counseling were like, no, you can't do this.
Yeah.
Because my thing, because at the end of the day, like Nella is a good person. I was never on that.
So why did it
hate
happen in
train.
the first place?
My
Yeah.
point, because the comments were mad, so it's just like instant.
No,
how
that
could you
doesn't make
say
any
that?
sense. That's people acting without thinking. I'm sorry to. Like,
Yeah, that's
be-
what I'm saying.
I don't want to insult. I'm not insulting anyone, but that's
It is
What?
acting without
What?
thinking. That's
What
the
did
thing
happen in
because
the
you
first
see,
place?
you see some mad comments and you're instantly gonna jump. Instantly, you're gonna jump. because
No.
you're just like, especially if because a lot of those tweets were directed at.
Do you think anyone should be cancelled?
Before we move on to that, Ohiz, it seems like you're justifying what happened.
You think?
Yes, that's what it sounds like.
I tried to break it up. I tried.
That's what it sounds like, man. That's what it sounds like. Why? The question isn't. Look, why did it happen in the first place? That's the question.
Why did she get cancelled in the first place?
Yes, why?
Because of her tweets.
Because of her tweets. Now, how old was she when she made those tweets?
Oh, she was young. Yes.
Now, we understand when we're talking about old men, or let's say a 20-year-old dating a 13-year-old, and I'm not saying that's okay, I'm just trying to prove a point. When we're talking about that, people understand that young children shouldn't be doing that because they're impressionable, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to a 13-year-old making stupid comments, we suddenly forget that children are impressionable. We suddenly forget that we shouldn't be holding them accountable for things like that. Why? You can see there's no logic there.
And the truth is, the people who even try to cancel these people, if I go through your Twitter, I know that you're not sane.
The only difference between them and people they're
So
canceling,
you got
they didn't
exposed.
tweet them.
Yeah, this, yeah.
Or you've deleted yours.
Deleted yours, yeah.
The thing is that
You
you
know,
find, like, well, in truth, like, you know how I've always felt about cancel culture. I've always felt cancel culture is stupid because it gives, space for learning or growth. That's why I've always been against it.
So you don't think people should be cancelled?
No, like, let me finish. I feel like there's some deplorable acts that people should not be able to recover from, such as rape and the like.
No, that's not what we're for sure.
Yeah,
that's not what we're talking about.
But I'm just saying, like, when you say cancel, is like, yes, people should get, criticism for the stuff they do sometimes, especially, like, even if you do anything wrong, you get criticized, but they shouldn't be put in a position where people feel they can't recover from it or grow from it, you get me?
If you rape somebody, I don't think there should be any room for you to recover from anything.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Because
let's just state that just so it's clear. Just so it's clear. But what I'm saying is,
isn't rape worse than murder even? Rape is worse.
I don't think we should compare, man. I don't think comparing.
No, I'm not comparing them as they're both terrible. I'm just saying that that's how bad rape is, man.
But even the thing though, isn't it funny that even a lot of the musicians that we like, that yes, people might cancel them for other, but a lot of them actually talk about busting gun and actually killing people.
No,
there are a lot of artists that we rate that have low-key killed people, have made music about it, but we still rate it. You know why? And that's what something I was going to get into as well. Everybody has that bias, no matter what. If you like an artist so much, sometimes, not all times, but sometimes you can turn a blind eye to the bullshit they do.
That's 100%. But this is what you're saying is different. What you're talking about is their lyrics. Their lyrics, yeah. Okay. What do their lyrics have to do with them busting guns? How does it have to do with them killing people? I think you've made a false equivalence there.
No, I'm saying that
how do you know they kill people?
Like, I'm not just talking about their lyrics. I'm talking about people. Like, a lot of these artists have looking kill people, whether or not they rap about it or not. My point is, like, murder is still, at least, should be regarded as a deplorable act. It's not something you should do.
Huh?
Murder, unless it's maybe you're defending yourself.
Oh, but you've switched from your point. You're talking.
How did I switch from the point?
You were talking about how people who make music have bad lyrics in their song and how.
I wasn't talking about lyrics. I wasn't referring to lyrics. I said that we listen to
people. You said you were talking about.
I said we listen to people that have killed people and even talk about it in their music.
You said busting guns. Yeah.
Yes, they talk about busting guns and stuff like that because they've done it. A lot of artists lie, but some artists tell the truth about.
Are you talking about the people, like, just saying, well, are you talking about the people who actually killed people?
Yes, I'm not talking about the people that just.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about people that have actually done it. What I'm trying to say is that these men have done it. These men are rapping about it, and we know like murder is because
like who?
You could be. Let me not say names.
Come on then.
No. Okay. Come on.
Because like, to be honest, I can't think of anyone off the top of my head.
I know one.
Apart from Shug.
Oh, she's on camera.
She's a fucking maniac.
She's in prison.
Mentioning his name.
She's in prison.
Like, let's leave him alone. I know I'm trying to say some names. There's even another rapper that we've already said his name today that has killed someone before. But
I'm intrigued though.
But that's not.
But my point is that it's still a deplorable act. It's still something that shouldn't be done. But then people still listen to their music. People still are fans of them, even though you could have taken some. Like a mother's son's life away, but we still rate that. Why? Because we rate the stuff they do.
That's disgusting. Man.
I think that's a bit simple-minded. I think people like the feeling when you listen to it, like it's not like many men. When Many Men comes out, you feel it's a good song.
I feel like
you get
it's
me?
war.
Yeah, it feels good.
Shout out to Google
I
this
feel
one.
like I feel like it's you're a bit too serious there with saying that they listen to that and it's
Yeah.
deplorable. Come on.
I think that's something we'll get to.
Yeah, I think we'll gradually, but Many Men is a nice song, or a song that hit him up.
Okay, let's move to your question of should people be cancelled?
Yes, finally, should people be cancelled?
But now, for me,
If I go.
this is a like a part where we shouldn't generalize. It
Okay.
depends on the particular person and the act, the circumstances. Context is important.
Okay.
So if I take, I don't know, Nella Rose, that should have never happened in the first place. Doesn't make any sense. What people tell you is that, yes, first of all, she was young. She was a kid. Or wasn't she
Yeah,
a kid?
she was.
Yeah.
How old was she? 15, 14?
14. No, something
And
like that.
then you look at everything she's done till then and how she has empowered especially dark-skinned black women. Come on, like obviously this is a person that has grown from that.
Yeah,
And
I'm
they're
a massive fan of Nella Rose.
and they're still looking for a way. It doesn't make sense, man. You know,
Yeah.
she should have never been cancelled in the first place.
So
who else is there?
so you like you're saying that she shouldn't be cancelled because
Yeah.
she's improved herself
Yes.
from making that blunder.
Yes.
Fair enough.
And when she
People-
made the initial
okay,
blunder,
yeah.
she was young.
She was young. So that's the criteria that people should be forgiven when they
It depends on the context, like I
depends
said.
on the context.
Depends on the now
Fair
6ix9ine at his big age. I don't know if the talks of his, pedophilia are true, so I won't say that because I haven't actually checked. But why are we giving him the free pass to say the N word?
Because hey, the 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine is a phenomenon that I can't explain. The guy he can't lose. He's just one of those people. He cannot lose. This guy came straight out of jail after doing the most taboo thing you can do as a rapper, which is snitch, and he broke Instagram's like live record. He did 2 million in 10 minutes. 2 million. Imagine 2 million.
People love a crazy
on an
Can you now
Instagram
see the
live.
the hypocrisy?
This guy has what? The population of Sheffield is like 800, 900,000, something like that.
It's because you know what? It's because he sells mostly because he's crazy and people love seeing crazy shit. People but seeing a white person say nigga is a controversial thing that sells. It's like Katie,
I think-
And you give other white people and other
No.
non-black people the confidence to say it too.
Katie Hopkins is different
Oh,
because
God, don't
people
even get into
actually
that.
hate Katie Hopkins.
oh yeah, she's
People
just crazy.
don't seem like they hate it. If you're a black man, especially, your neighbor Tommy says the N word, and you go off on him.
Yeah.
That of course, fair enough. But then you turn around and then you see 6ix9ine saying the N word, and you continue to support the man.
That's what I'm saying. People don't care because some people just like his content. You get me?
Yeah,
But
that's not a
it's content.
justification.
Yeah. No, it's not justification. I'm just explaining
Okay,
why it
okay.
happened.
Yeah,
Because
that's
it's
why it
controversial. Yeah.
happens. Yeah. People love controversy.
Yeah.
Controversy sells.
It does, man.
Okay, do you think we should separate artists from who they are in person?
That's a very good question because this is something I've been fighting with myself.
I'll allow you guys go before I talk.
Like I know what you're gonna say, so let me say it. If someone
That's a
like,
bit
I
mad,
don't-
though.
No, it's because we've spoken about this like off camera.
We have?
Yeah, kind of like separating the artist
That's
from the
it.
art. We've spoken about this like in camera, but my point is, I just don't think I can because in a way I always kind of feel like I'm funding a monster, for example, like someone like R. Kelly. I can't listen to his work anymore because and which is hard to do because despite all the bullshit he's done, he's a phenomenal artist. He's a generational talent, but just knowing the stuff he's done, I don't feel comfortable listening to his music, especially factoring the stuff he did and he has lyrics like my mind is telling me no but my body is telling me yes.
Fucking hell, man.
Like how do you listen to that and all the shit he does doesn't pop up? But Ifeanyi, what do you think?
See, first of all, I'd like to say I never actually listened to R. Kelly like that. So before, after, now, he's not somebody I listen to.
Yeah.
But generally, I think we should separate the artist from their work. Now, it would be different if I was looking at this guy as a moral guide and he's going around running amok.
I see.
You know, but he's not my moral guide. I just like to. Is it bad body in they call him?
Big body.
I just want to shout, man. I just want to shout and laugh and
Enjoy your life.
and enjoy your life. And the argument about streaming it contributes, I mean, it's giving them money. Look, bro, let's be honest. These people will never be poor.
Oh,
So
no,
are we really
R.
having?
Kelly,
Are we?
R.
So
Kelly
it's
started having financial issues before this whole thing started.
that's very true,
Yeah.
but
these
the
people.
controversies have been coming, and now you
General-
think the controversy, you think it helps.
But it's if he was poor, it wasn't because people stopped listening to his music, was it?
Well, it should. It definitely. The demand for
Wait.
R. Kelly's music drop.
Wait,
You have to
listen.
remember
No,
that.
it actually
Wait.
went up when this whole thing
Yeah,
started.
it went up.
No,
Like,
it had a
streams
quick
went up.
peak and
Yeah.
it also had a quick drop.
Listen, okay, let me paint you a picture. Drake is worth 200 million. If everyone stopped listening to his music today and he spent his money wisely, do you think he'd be poor?
No,
He's
But
worth
that doesn't
that.
mean we
He's
should make him richer.
estimated 200 million.
Estimated, probably even more.
Probably
Probably way more.
You
But
know,
the thing is that we
so-
still shouldn't make him richer though. I understand your point. Like if you spend your money wisely and you have even 10M or something like that, you can stay rich and you can even get richer. But I don't want to contribute to his wealth.
How much money do you think these people get directly
From your
us?
stream?
From your
Oh,
stream?
a stream is like from one stream is very low. You get exact on Spotify, for example, you get exactly 0.004 per stream.
So when you
0.004 per
weigh in all these factors,
Mhm.
what they stand to lose is minimal.
Yeah, but
What
I feel
you
like
stand, wait, let me finish.
Okay,
what
sorry.
you stand to lose by not listening to their music is a lot.
not necessarily.
It depends on the artist. I mean, if you,
that too.
we all know you like Kanye.
Okay.
When Kanye said Stevie was a choice, did you stop listening to Kanye?
Don't cap here, man.
No.
Thank you. Now, the
Next.
reason why it's so easy for you to say R. Kelly because you never really listen to R. Kelly. Now, I'm not justifying that you should listen to R. Kelly after what he's done. That's really your own business. But I'm just saying that it's easier to do that when
When you're not really connected.
when you're not connected to the artist.
Yeah,
Yes.
but this is also another thing though. We've said his name before, so I'm going to say his name again. With Kanye, I'm going to talk about someone else. With Kanye, yes, he made a political thing and it was just absolutely stupid. But then I was like, but I was like, even though he eventually explained himself outside of fight, then okay, cool.
No, if
you
he
guys
didn't explain
know.
himself, you will still have.
Let's go. No. Let's go to the Bunch, for example. You guys know how much I grew up on the Bunch and how much I respect the guy and his music. Like,
Okay.
he's probably my favorite Nigerian artist of all
Yeah.
time of content. With the news and everything going around him, I haven't listened to the Bunch songs in time because I can't make myself do that. Because I will
can't.
always
You can't
think
verify
about
that.
that.
You can't verify that, man.
But
because
we'll
I
take
think
your word for it.
yeah, because I think
No, I'm dead serious. You
I
guys don't
think-
have to believe me. I haven't listened to the Bunch songs since.
I can't say it's on
My
camera, but I
question
have
is-
evidence as to how he was listening to the band.
My question is,
Yeah.
how does me listening to a D'banj song mean I'm a bad person?
It doesn't
I
make
don't
you a bad
understand.
person. Nobody said you're a bad
So what's
person
the
if you
what's the
listen
what's
to
the
it.
argument?
It's just personal conviction at the end of the day. It's
No,
not
it's
about
not.
being a bad
It's
person.
not because well, I'm going to mention Twitter. Twitter make it seem like everyone should
Yeah,
stop
that's
listening
Twitter.
to them.
You
Okay,
should
then
go to-
I'm asking that. Do you think they're valid in saying that?
You think Twitter is valid in the same way?
Yeah,
You should stop
you
listening
should
to
stop.
the
Do you think people should stop listening to R. Kelly? That's just the main question. I think you said what's your
I said
no, not R. Kelly, but people
But
like people
like
that have
people-
done.
yeah.
I'll be so honest. It just depends. It depends on you. It depends. Like if you actually like R. Kelly's work and then you can separate the artist from the art, by all means listen to it. But I just feel that like I said, I don't necessarily want to, even though it's very minimal. I personally don't want to fund him in any way by supporting his music,
And-
and I can just hope that other people do this. And also, there will also be a drop, which has happened. People don't listen to R. Kelly as much anymore.
and I'm saying that you not funding him would lead to it would lead to a little or no consequence. That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
You not
fair
funding him.
enough. Fair
It would
enough.
be negligible difference. If anything, their listen skyrockets. Don't even reduce. man.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you
that's
deep
kind
it.
of, but it's what it is. That's my own personal conviction. One thing though, like let's just even like really go back to this. Like, why do we really care so much about what these guys think?
Now I will tell you, like we've talked about this already, boys, because
We've
they
talked
have a
about
platform.
Yeah.
Kanye West. Now I had this argument with someone, and they were telling me that it's not his fault. He's a human being. He can think whatever he wants. Look, celebrities enjoy certain benefits from being celebrities. This you can't have a benefit without having a drawback. This is the drawback. Kanye West, for example, people listen to this man. He can't afford to say nonsense. And if he says nonsense, he has to take responsibility for it.
Yeah.
And we say all nonsense all the time.
If you say nonsense, so
No
it
one
would not
cares.
have the
Yeah.
same impact of work
No
as
one
if
cares.
Kanye West.
No one
So he
cares.
can't hide behind, oh, I'm a personal human being. It's not my fault that people listen to me. Like you can't do that.
To be fair, Sha, he said nonsense about a topic that's really
That's
to
really
the heart.
human.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
I mean, he said slavery was a choice.
I know we've talked a lot about Kanye West on this podcast so far,
Oh shit. Here we go again.
but we're talking about stan culture. Did you not defend him after he said slavery was a choice?
I've been over this 1,001 times. When the initial statement came out, I was furious he said this. People on Snapchat can defend
That's
it.
cap.
Let
bear witness.
Let me finish. I put the whole video on my Snapchat. Like, what the fuck is he saying? Like, people. Even if I have to go out of this and show you the video, because I know someone replied to it, and show you guys how angry I was when he said that shit, because I was like, how can he say something so stupid? Then he came up with an explanation, which I'm just gonna say I still don't remember. I'm gonna have to go back, watch it, and then come back as to why, like, I somewhat gave him a pass towards what he said.
So you
because he
did
kind
give
of
him a
defended. pass? Hell, at the end of the day, I did.
You just said.
Yeah, that's why I said I sort of gave him a pass, because at the end of the day, I understand that what he said straight up, like just the raw, because Kanye West is a narcissist. Kanye West does not know how to articulate his thoughts. This is what I've been saying.
He's really bad.
He's so bad
so
at
bad.
articulating his thoughts, but I know he didn't really mean any harm. He's just ignorant and he just says the stuff.
Yeah. I felt like obviously Kanye has a very bad way of, like he said, articulating himself.
I would like to state that first of all, he said he didn't support him. Then he went on to narrate how he did support him. And then secondly, I would like to say what he means doesn't matter. What he says is what matters.
I understand what you're saying.
I told you this that time and you didn't believe me. But people change, so maybe you've changed. Have you changed, Ohiz?
In regards to the statement, you said that what he said doesn't matter.
Yeah. No. I said what he means to say doesn't matter. What he says is what matters.
I agree with you.
That's by him not being able to articulate himself.
his
His fault.
But that's
Yeah,
not
it is.
everyone's fault. Like, some people just don't know how to do that.
That's not what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
true.
What I'm saying is that's not an excuse. I'm telling you that words.
I'm saying that. Okay,
Can I finish?
Okay,
I'm
first.
saying that words have an impact. If you mean good, but you say something that causes bad, the bad is what actually matters.
Nigga,
That's what's
you're
actually-
contradicting yourself, because you
No,
literally before this you just said that why do we hold that these people that why would I hire
Yeah, I said-
why would I hire Mod Logic to play a Champions League final?
Yeah.
And now you're just saying that Kanye said this and it's not his fault not knowing how to articulate himself. He's a musician.
Now, what I was saying.
That's contradiction.
Listen.
Okay.
I was saying that to prove why people shouldn't listen to them on their personal views.
Yeah.
But people
And how many
actually
times have I
do.
outlined
Wait
this?
now, you can't like challenge me and not give me space to complete what I'm
Okay,
saying.
fair enough.
Now, with that analogy,
Yeah.
I was trying to prove the point why people shouldn't regard what these people say.
Okay.
You wouldn't take Logic for a Champions League final because he can't play football.
Okay.
So you love him for his music, therefore you shouldn't automatically think what he's saying about politics is true just because you like him for his music. But now, what is happening now is people actually do believe this. So that's not the topic at hand.
If people believe
You get
this,
what I'm
then
saying?
if people believe this, then how come the majority of people wanted to cancel him for saying that?
But there were people like Ohiz who were defending him.
Well, we all know that it was after an explanation.
And then the right used that as propaganda, as you can remember.
That's true.
And not only did he say slavery was a choice, he went on to wear the MAGA hats. So even
Can
your,
we-
wait, let me finish.
Okay.
So even he meant good. What good could he have possibly meant if he went on to wear the MAGA
Listen,
hat?
can we point out one thing? This is
I
how I
know.
know whether you're biased against me or
Yeah.
not. Can we acknowledge that I was I felt that the fact that he went to the White House was disgusting and put the MAGA on. Can we acknowledge the fact that I
Yeah,
was
we know,
public
but that
about
was
that?
afterwards.
Afterwards,
Didn't
he
he go to the-
disgraced himself in front of
Bro,
the whole
No,
world.
you're making it seem like, bro, there's a timeline here.
Okay.
Just because you agree that what he was saying, what he did in the White House wasn't good, doesn't mean you didn't previously support him.
That's
what I'm
true.
saying is you did
After
support
his
him in the first.
explanation.
No, I never said after his explanation you supported him.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm saying. You supported him nonetheless. And I'm telling you because of his explanation. And I'm telling you that his explanation or what he meant doesn't matter. What he says is what matters. Because it's what he says that has an impact.
I think I'm gonna have to step in now.
No, can I just say one thing before you step in?
Okay.
Like, at the end of the day, like I said, his explanation probably wasn't good for enough people. But the only reason why I supported him per se is because I know he meant well. But at the end of the day, articulating himself has always been a problem.
But
It's always been a problem.
Guys, no.
But I'm telling
No, let
you.
Okiki go. Let
No,
Okiki
see,
go.
I think both of you are both right. Eh?
That's not possible.
See, I'm trying to make.
No, we're not here to make peace, man. We're here to advance the discourse.
Okay, come on.
If we end up killing each other, so be it.
Oh yeah.
I'm down.
And I'm
The
telling
thing
you,
is that,
just to be
fair,
fair,
I do remember that Ohiz didn't support. He did say that Kanye looked like a fool.
I know, that's not what I'm disputing.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that there was a point where he supported him.
Yeah, there was.
That's what I'm saying, where he defended him.
Yeah.
And the defense you've given, yes or no, is he meant right.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you what he means doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's what he says that matters. Because it's what he says that has the impact.
Yeah.
The right carried, the slavery was a choice. I mean, this is a black man.
Yeah, that has such a whole. It
That
has such a strong
that's
influence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like, you can't downplay the influence. he
And he's
has.
running for president.
Who? Kanye 2020.
Kanye 2020, baby.
Just a reminder that the president of the United States can launch a nuclear bomb in 15 minutes.
So
I'm
as
so
per
sorry.
if Kanye vex, everything.
And no one can challenge his authority.
I'm so sorry, but then if Kanye actually become president, like, this is just a little joke I'm throwing, like, all good conversations are over. It's like, ooh, my guy has 24 Grammys, cool.
Good.
But
This
guy,
is not about good conversation. This is about our survival.
Try having a good conversation when you're dead.
When we're all dead.
Try having when you are dead. You
like,
won't
your
know
guy
when you are dead. Try having a good
The
conversation.
Kardashians at the White House, man.
Can you imagine?
That would be
Find
mad.
out next week on E.
Find out next week on E. Yo, they're actually gonna turn America into a sitcom.
Can you
And
imagine?
do you
They're
know
gonna turn
what?
America into
I
a
wouldn't be
sitcom,
convinced.
man.
I wouldn't be surprised if he won because
Trump won. This is the same thing.
Nah,
we
nah,
won.
man.
let me tell you about
He
Trump.
won.
Trump was intelligent in that. We were coming off the back of having the first black president. People misunderstand how racist
America
is.
is.
He knew that. He doubled down on it. I mean, and well, this is more in line with the feminism episode, but
Yeah.
majority white women voted for Donald Trump.
Which is crazy.
A known
He was
misogynist.
running against
Grab
the-
him by the pussy, Donald Trump.
Man.
The man who has, I think, is it 15 rape cases or something?
got 15?
Pending, yeah. No, I don't know for a fact. but I know
America
it's
should
more
be
than
ashamed
five.
of themselves. But Nigeria and Buhari, so I can't talk too much. So when I say Americans should be ashamed, me too.
They still should be ashamed.
Nigeria, yeah, they should still be ashamed.
I mean, we should all be ashamed.
we should all be ashamed.
Ashamed.
You know, like a reality TV star that put a newspaper ad out to kill 5 children for something they were eventually cleared of not doing. That's the president of the United States.
To be fair, I don't know why people are shocked. It's not like America has had a stellar list of
Yeah.
presidents in the past.
Bro.
Crazy, but it's true.
Yeah, they haven't. I mean, most of their presidents were slave owners.
I mean,
You get what I mean? It's not like,
Sickles, man.
yeah, they've been sickles in the
Slave
past.
owners, rapists, racists.
You get what I mean? So they've
pick up the lot, man. War criminals. In fact, that's anyway, I prefer not to speak.
I prefer not to speak. Prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble.
Not at this point. Not at this point.
Ooh,
No man, it's crazy. I don't know how. Do you think Stan Country didn't put Trump in presidency, but did it?
low key. If you
Did
stand
they? How?
racism,
Yeah.
if you stand racism,
If you're racist.
if you're racist, you see Trump and obviously his anti-black rhetoric. You love that. You absolutely
People
love
really
that.
thought that man wasn't gonna win.
But obviously having his token Negroes on the side, he was always gonna.
I feel like
Yeah.
you can't do it without Stan culture because people are always gonna put out talented stuff and people are always gonna look up to them.
Yeah.
But
I think the best thing you can do is mitigate it as per, we can all educate people. You love someone up for their craft, but remember that they're human and they can also do some
Yeah.
dumb shit.
I watched
Yeah, I
a
mean-
video about the science of stan culture, which was mad. Like people apparently are so into these people that they love so much because they're having problems within their own lives, so they kind of
Connect.
Yeah,
so they kind of live through these people they stand.
Yeah.
So that's why they're always willing to go so hard for these people because for
It's an emotional thing.
yeah, this is all they have really.
Yeah, 100%.
Fair enough.
That's why when the whole Ronaldo raped a woman thing came out, people were still supporting Ronaldo.
They don't actually know that.
Yeah. Well, they don't know what.
They don't actually know that, but
I haven't looked into the details.
we need to look into the details.
Fam, people raised money, like I'm gonna go 2 centuries. People raised money for R. Kelly's bail.
Oh yeah.
Yo,
they
can
did.
you imagine?
Women.
Record time, yes.
Women.
Women.
Yeah,
Women
it was
too.
women.
Black women.
Black and white women.
and white women. Yeah.
Because
I
some
couldn't believe it.
demographics
It's
act
record
like
time.
anyway.
Fam, even Dylan Roof.
So, yeah, because I don't know. We know that there are certain dominant demographics.
Yeah.
And we're calling them out. But that has sort of had the knock-on effects. Like it's made people believe that some demographics are more evil than others. Like some demographics don't perpetrate evil.
Can you expand?
So for example, people think women are pure. If that's true,
purer than men.
purer than men. No, that's not how I should put it. People think women are incapable of committing evil.
No, I don't think.
If that is so,
I think that's an extreme. I think
okay,
people think they are less
people
likely.
say women do not perpetrate some of the shit that goes on in this world.
Which is
They don't perpetrate it.
they don't because they're not in the position to. So
They do. Okay, I'll tell you how.
So
For
to
example,
perpetrate evil
no, for
on a
example,
grand scale, you need enough power. Women are not in power as much
that
as
doesn't
men.
mean they
Unfortunately,
can't, bro. That doesn't mean they can't perpetrate it. Majority white women voted for Trump.
Okay.
Is he not a misogynist?
Right.
That's literally against their best interests.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
That's what I'm saying. So people are just blinded by certain agenda. Maybe a lot of these white women voted for him because they hate the Democrats. Maybe they voted for him because they're racist. Anything of the sort.
They're racist.
Yeah, let's put it that way.
They're
Like
racist.
stand culture in so many different. Like remember Dylan Roof, the guy that did the shooting at the church, innit? Like this guy is a murderer. He went to a black church and killed. I'm not sure of the numbers. Rest in peace to all the lost souls. Fam, they raised $2 million in bail from that guy. Thankfully, like the court didn't take it, but they raised $2 million.
Then they also raised
$2
money
million.
for one of the officers that killed George Floyd.
Yep.
Yeah.
They
people are
raised
crazy.
money, man. People donated money to pay for his bail.
Because a lot of white people want to be like Derek Chauvin, like killed a black guy on camera and how potentially can get away with it. Fam, that's porn for them, man.
Bro, you know what you said about women, how people think that women don't perpetrate evil?
Yeah.
I still go back to my point as well. Women are not in power, so you can't really.
No.
And women are more disadvantaged. I know that.
Absolutely.
I know that white women voted for Trump.
Yeah.
But, bro,
Not on a grand scale. That's why I didn't say on a grand scale. But what I mean is that it happens. Like if
It
we're
does.
talking about proportions, then of course you can like.
it does happen.
Yeah.
No, the women do commit murder. They do commit murder. And do rape and do.
It's like
lie.
that thing where it's easier for a woman to garner sympathy than for a man.
Because women are less disadvantaged.
And the
It's not-
patriarchy.
It's
That's
patriarchy.
patriarchy as
It's
well.
patriarchy.
So that's low-key
My
kind of our
point is
fault
that
as well.
my point is that they contribute to it. That's my point.
Women contribute to it.
They don't contribute to it. I just talked about Donald Trump right now and voting
Okay.
and how that's the most powerful position in the world.
Yeah, but that's one example. And to be
But
fair,
that's-
we don't know the exact numbers of white women that voted for Donald
And you have
we
to
do
remember,
know.
there are black people that voted for
That voted for
Trump.
Donald
Yes,
Trump.
that's my point.
Like,
I'm
you
not
don't
just
take away
attacking
blame on
women.
us.
I'm not just attacking women. I'm giving. It's just an example.
Nah, fair.
That's why I said demographics.
Even when you say, I'm so sorry, but even when you say majority of white women voted for Trump, okay, who do you think white men voted for?
That's not the point. The thing is, we already know men perpetrate these things,
I'm being blamed for it.
and I'm being
Rightfully
blamed
so,
for it. But I'm
yeah.
also saying that people ignore the fact that women also perpetrate these things. And
You're trying to say that
example.
if a man and a woman do two evils, a woman will be less chastised for it over a man.
that's
I don't think that.
no, that's not what I'm
Yeah,
saying. 'Cause
I
that's
feel
not
like
true.
yeah,
That's
If
not
you
what
kill
I'm saying.
someone,
What I'm
man,
saying
woman,
is-
you're getting life.
What I'm saying is we act like
if you're a white man,
there's
you
just
get
one
yeah,
demographic that perpetrates these things. Oh, okay. Let me use black people, so it won't be as if I'm just attacking white women.
Yeah.
Now, I can't even remember his name, but I think the Attorney General for one of the state where Breonna Taylor was killed,
Yeah.
is a black man. and he hasn't brought charges against her.
To be fair, he just.
So that's a
married
black.
woman.
You just what?
He
Bro,
just
leave
married
that.
a white
That
woman,
leave
bro.
that thing, man. This is a black man. Bro, this is a black. He's a black man. A black
Yeah.
woman was killed in his state. He has to, so that's a black man perpetrating these things,
These
you know.
things, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm saying we shouldn't act like it's not possible for the disadvantaged demographics
To commit evil.
to also
Absolutely.
Commit evil. No,
Yeah,
of
that's
course
what
they
I'm
can
saying.
commit evil.
Absolutely.
Everyone can commit evil.
That's
yeah.
what
how
I'm
we
saying,
have
man.
people like Candace Owens alive.
that woman, man.
Green Passport says, fuck Candace Owens.
Fuck you. Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck you, fuck you. That's how Bilal would do it. Fuck you, sister, soul, sister. Fuck you, sister, fuck you.
Because fam, oh my god.
This woman has sued a school for discrimination.
And
And
says
then
racism
yes,
doesn't
and then she
exist.
says racism doesn't exist.
That's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Like how?
Man, I don't know.
Cool.
And those are the most dangerous people. Because if you're not educated enough on the topic, you think what they're saying actually makes sense.
There's nothing more dangerous than a loud, uneducated person.
We've been saying
It's
it. That's
been
we've
saying
been saying it that when someone is famous, doesn't mean they have sense.
Facts. That's why you shouldn't
Yeah.
listen to certain
Doesn't mean
things that
they
they're
have
talking
sense,
about.
bro.
Just listen to what they are best at. Listen to their field and keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Why are you listening to them?
I'm a big Lil Wayne fan, yeah. I love Lil Wayne, bro. When I was,
Bro,
I've
that
been
guy.
listening to Lil Wayne since I was in year 7. But I've always known Lil Wayne knows fuck all about race.
Anything.
Well, race. I've heard his interviews. He keeps saying that, oh, it doesn't concern him. He's not involved. So I know where he stands on race. You
Man
get what
said
I
I'm
mean?
a rich black man and you're telling me racism exists. Fuck out of here.
You
That's
get me?
literally-
Yeah.
This guy said beats that pussy up like Emmett Till.
Yeah. You get me?
Can
Thank
you imagine, man?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Lil Wayne's never been the one to,
Yeah,
upstairs.
but people are still getting mad at him. And I'm here to say, why?
So what should they do to him? They shouldn't cancel him. So what should they do with Lil
This
Wayne?
is my thing. Like, he should obviously get criticism for the madness
He should be
that he's
cancelled.
done.
What?
He should be cancelled.
Lil Wayne should be cancelled.
Yeah.
Real damn.
Remember when I said? Remember when I said context? Now we're going to lead into another topic now. But now, remember when I said context? I gave the example of that girl. I always forget her name. The UK, the British girl that was cancelled.
Nella Rose.
Yes.
Oh,
Now look at Nella Rose and Lil Wayne. The difference is Lil Wayne is still saying these shit. It's like this shit.
I see. There's been no
He's still
growth.
saying this. There's no growth, no nothing. He's showing what he's saying.
Okay, when you cancel him, then he changes.
That's the thing, man.
You can't see.
It's not.
canceling a human being there unless
Is
they've
this
done-
even possible?
It's even
not
possible, man.
possible, especially
Like,
when-
does anyone have the right to actually say, yeah, this person
It's cancelled.
like
done,
they made
it's done
mistake-
forever?
Yeah, like
No,
they
when
made
I
mistakes. Like I said, they're deplorable acts that should be punished as such. But I feel that there's certain things that one can say, maybe out of ignorance, lack of education, blah blah blah.
still not an excuse.
That you
man.
can still, it's not an excuse. I feel that you should still get criticism.
I think
but
the
then
best-
if you put them in a position such as being cancelled, and then they're always constantly reminded of that fuck up, and you don't let them grow, then there's no progress. You get me? So yeah, that's my problem with cancel culture. It just doesn't leave any room for growth, and I just don't think that's fair. Because at the end of the day, yes, hold people accountable for their wrongdoings, but at the same time, if they've taken time within themselves to grow and understand why what they did was wrong, I don't think they should be held accountable for something they did in 2006 or something like that.
Question: do you think they should voice? Do you think, okay, when you've cancelled them, okay, before you cancel them, and they're having this inner intervention, they're changing themselves, informing themselves, should they now come out and inform the public, or that's an inner thing? How do you keep account of whether they've grown or not?
Through their
Very
actions.
good. That's what I was
Do they
about
have
say.
to do that? So
Yeah, because how else do you now know?
is it out? But are you their police?
But wait, so when the person was a piece of shit,
Yeah.
he had no problem doing it outside.
Okay.
But now that he's a decent person, he has a problem.
Is he
showing it
obligated to
outside.
show? Is he
Yes,
obligated?
Yeah, because these
I
are.
think
Yeah, no, and I'll
I
tell
think
you
people
why.
can do what they want.
Like I said, no.
Yeah.
These are people who hold sway over a lot of people. Now, we've said that shouldn't be the case,
Yeah.
but that is the case. So
Okay.
they are obligated to do this.
No, they're
this
not
is this is the
I
pitfall.
won't say
They're not
they're
obligated
No,
to do anything.
bro,
but they're
listen.
living.
do anything.
They are here to deliver us their art,
We've-
their talent.
We've talked about
Not
this.
become messiahs.
No, but they started this. I'm sorry to bring Kanye West up again.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But Kanye West chose to go on that talk show and say what he said. So if he changes, he is obligated to inform the people.
Obligated is the wrong word.
Obligated is the right word.
You're trying to make it like it's law that they have to. If
If
they've
they
changed
do
and they
have
become
to.
decent people and they're quiet people. For example, if Kendrick today, Kendrick's a quiet person.
Yeah.
If he came out today and says a mad thing,
Yeah.
we cancel him. He
Mhm.
goes back into hiding and supposedly changes. He's obligated to come out and say, "Oh, I've changed.
I've
I've gone to
changed.
rehab. I'll be
Yeah.
good." Come on,
Yeah.
you're not in charge of his life. No, you
Yeah.
can't. You're
No,
not
no,
the
no,
one to-
cannot
bro,
say-
when
Come on,
he's
That's not
Okiki.
Yeah, that's
when
not
you
fair.
no, when you're a public figure, when you hold that amount of power over
Yeah.
the minds of people
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever, you are obligated. These are
But then a lot of these artists didn't ask for that.
Thank
No,
you.
but-
They're not politicians. They're not presidents.
They
They're
didn't
not
ask for
governors.
that. They didn't ask you to put them up.
Ohiz,
Thank
listen
you.
to me. If they did not say the mad thing they said in public, we wouldn't know either. They have said the mad thing in public.
Okay.
So now they are obligated to repair that if they do change.
No, they are obligated to repair themselves. Look,
They're
if-
yeah, that's true.
And we're talking about progress, not saying sorry. If they come out to say sorry, that doesn't.
No,
sorry doesn't
that's
show
why
progress.
I didn't say sorry, I said through their
Yeah.
actions.
Yeah, you just said they're obligated to repair.
Yeah.
Repair. You can repair something by apologizing.
And another problem with even the
We're
whole
moving on
public.
without solving one problem, man.
Sorry, but another problem with
You can't
the
tell me
whole
sorry and then
public.
continue doing what you're doing.
Okay, come on.
That's what I'm
point-
saying. What you're saying is that they shouldn't feel obligated to prove to us that they've changed.
Okay,
But what I'm saying is that they weren't obligated in the first place to say the nonsense they said before.
come on.
Okay, but fine. What would
They
you
said-
rather have? No, let me speak. Like, what would you rather have? Someone publicly showing that, oh my God, look at me, I've changed, but behind the scenes in rooms where it actually matters, they actually really haven't changed, or in silence.
Thank you. That's another
Or in
thing.
silence, they've actually grown. What
Thank
would you prefer?
Thank you. That's
That's
another
what
thing.
the
fair.
point.
You trying to
That is
monitor
exactly my point.
No, our point is you trying to monitor that growth is futile because you can't really know.
Because they can do whatever they want. But look at
They can
6ix9ine.
come out. They can
6ix9ine
come out
has
today.
so much.
They can come out today and say that, oh, I'm a perfect person. I'm wonderful. But they, in deep inside, they're still the
That's
same.
why
Fam, look
I
at
said
6ix9ine. 6ix9ine
actions.
donated
This
like
is why I said actions. 6ix9ine donate. Okay, he donated what?
like 500K to save the kids or something
And
like
then
that.
he keeps on saying Negro.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's doing all this public
No,
acts to kind
no,
of make himself.
no, that's
look
not
like,
a good example.
So you're
because
telling
we
me-
know he's still doing
Okay,
the
so-
thing.
okay.
We should counsel him
Okay,
for doing.
okay, I have a question. So you're telling me that you know what the thing you just said about him feeding the kids. If he's feeding the kids
Yeah.
and he stops saying Negro outside, but he's saying it inside, has that solved any
Now,
problem?
there's no. That's where there has to be a compromise. There's no way you can know what he's saying inside or outside.
That's what we're saying.
No, but listen to me.
Okay.
The problem is what he's saying outside.
So if they just don't say anything at all,
But
that's
yes,
no problem.
but the problem still hasn't been solved. Now.
No, the problem has been solved, kind of, because we're talking about their control over the minds of people.
I don't
Like
know,
the
man.
listen,
okay.
just listen,
Okay.
listen. The influence they have on people.
Okay.
The average person like you and me doesn't know what's happening inside.
Yeah.
We only know what's happening outside.
Okay.
Now he's come outside and he's saying nigga, 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 nigga. If you're a white person or if you're a mixed person, you go, that mixed person is saying nigga, 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 nigga. I can say it.
Okay.
Now,
Did you say mixed person?
what?
You said-
No, like I'm not saying it's right. I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
like
yeah.
because he's a mixed person,
Yeah,
he shouldn't
yeah,
be saying
okay,
it, but
fair.
he's saying it.
Yeah.
Now, if he comes out in 2 years, he says he's not saying nigger again outside. You, the mixed, and he's saying it inside. Of course, that's unfortunate. But you, the mixed person, doesn't know he's saying it inside. All you know is he's not saying it outside.
Okay.
And so you can't justify using it based on what he's doing because he's told you he's not doing it anymore.
Okay, fair. Yeah, you have something to say. Archie.
Okay, so this is my thing. Like you said, like say we call an artist out for using the N-word,
Yeah.
and then they no longer use it, but then in silence they're doing it, whether in rooms. That means there's not necessarily growth there. But say someone gets cancelled for using the N-word, but then they're not publicly showing their growth, which means number one, it's definitely not in the music.
Yeah.
That the N-word is definitely not in the music anymore, and it means that if they've grown on their own, that means it's definitely not behind closed doors, which is better.
I'm not
That's
saying.
growth.
Listen, I'm not saying it's not better. I'm not saying it's unfortunate that we can't actually know what's happening indoors.
Okay.
But in this discussion, that's not the problem in the first place. It's the same thing. I just explained it. I don't know how else to explain it, man.
No, I agree with what you're saying. As per him saying nigga right now.
I disagree with you.
Well,
But continue.
No, I agree with what you're saying that if he's saying the N word, in public, it's more impactful over people than when he's saying it in private.
Yeah.
That's agreed upon.
Yeah.
He's mitigated him refusing to say it in public has mitigated the problem.
Yeah.
Hasn't solved it, but it's mitigated it.
Yeah.
My argument is even when they've changed their ways, they shouldn't feel obligated to come out and say I'm a better person. They don't owe you that. They're individual people.
Sure?
No, they don't.
No,
I think you put
listen.
that responsibility on them because they are so good at their craft.
No. That's not what's happening. This is what's
If there was a
happening.
president that was representing a country or prime minister, he owes the people because he's the people's leader.
Okay.
But an artist didn't choose to be elected.
This is why I said Kanye. This is why I used Kanye West.
Okay.
Kanye West went on an interview.
We know
went
that.
for an interview.
Yeah.
And said this. He didn't have an obligation to do it, but he has done damage by doing that.
He gave his opinion about something, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, and his opinion happened to be stupid.
Yeah.
We've all agreed.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And say, there was recent evidence that came out that he was actually a double agent. The money he was giving wasn't. No, I'm just saying that. That doesn't help my argument. But now I'm saying that he's done that. He came out to do that. Let's say he changed.
Yeah.
He changed indoors.
Yeah.
What obligation does he have to anyone?
Now, let me answer the question.
Okay.
He has done damage.
Okay.
So he should feel obligated to repair it. if
What
he has
damage
changed.
did he do when people cancelled him for it?
What?
Kanye's publicity went down. You can say he suffered already for
I
this.
told you, the right used it as propaganda.
Did it
Look
work?
at this black man. We can't say if it worked or
It didn't
not.
work because he was cancelled for
No,
it.
that's from your
His publicity
perspective.
went.
How can you say?
Are you telling me Kanye's publicity didn't go down after the whole MAGA hat thing?
No.
It did.
Bro,
Kanye West
bro.
recorded his lowest sales
Wait,
Ever.
listen to
He
me.
suffered for what he did. Trust me.
I'm telling
Kenny couldn't
you.
win that summer.
You won't even let me speak.
Oh, yeah.
man.
Come on.
Okay, go.
I'm telling you that damage had been done to people. They have used this, the right, as propaganda. Look at this black man saying slavery was a choice.
Okay.
He's a black man, he's not a white man.
Can I say-
And I asked you a question.
Okay.
Don't you think that does damage to the movement?
Can I tell you that the black community is stronger than Kanye West?
Facts. Straight facts.
Bro,
Can
you
I
are
tell you-
downplaying the
I'm not. I
influence
know
these
what he.
people
I've
have.
already admitted that
Okay,
what
can I
he.
say something?
Okay, yeah.
Ohiz
Yeah.
is an intelligent person.
Yeah.
But like I said, Ohiz
Sometimes.
defended him.
Okay.
Ohiz is a black man. Ohiz defended him.
It's look. Yeah.
I have his explanation.
Now, Ohiz defended him. Ohiz is not the majority of people that are going to be
But
defending
you
him.
can't
Slavery
say-
was a choice.
You can't say
Because he was cancelled for it. His album says literally, we can see evidence, we can see the
His
repercussions.
evidence that he suffered from.
He
because
suffered
his
from
album
this.
sales went down.
His lowest
Recorded
recorded
low.
And
ever.
how do you know it wasn't because of
Ever.
quality?
No.
Kanye.
Wait, what album did he drop?
Yeah.
Ye?
Yeah.
Ye was a
don't-
good album.
And Jesus was worse than Ye.
Wait, wouldn't you say Ye is on the lower end of the spectrum?
But there's Jesus.
Yeah? But
Jesus
listen,
still did work like 300, 400K first week.
Far better than Ye. It was because of what he did.
It's
And
because
I'm
of
not
what he
saying, I'm not
did.
justifying what he did. I'm just saying that if he becomes a changed person, bro, he's really not obligated to anyone, man. To come out and say, I've changed.
To be honest, I find this a bit mad because if I was saying he was obligated out of the blue, fine, I would agree with you, but that's not what I'm saying. You can't cause damage and then you have repaired yourself, you've changed your mind, you've caused damage by saying the thing you
The
said.
damage
and
you're
then-
saying he caused is imaginary. What damage did Kanye cause? Because he was cancelled
That's
for
what
it.
I'm
Assuming he
no,
wasn't
that's what I'm
cancelled for
telling
it.
you. There
Yeah.
are certainly people
Yeah.
who change their minds because of what he said. You can't tell me there aren't. Man.
That's an assumption.
That's
And
an
you
assumption.
know,
What's the
you know how you
wait,
feel.
wait,
What's the
no.
proof? You
I
know
don't
how
think
you feel about
I used
section.
Ohiz. The fact that Ohiz might have changed his mind,
Yeah.
but the fact that he supported him in the first place means it's possible.
He didn't support him. He supported him after the explanation.
How many times have I had to?
What he still did.
If I see,
man.
you know, I just think we're not going to agree on
yeah, we're not
this.
gonna
That's
agree.
just one of them ones that we're
Yeah,
just
we're not
gonna
gonna
But I'm
agree.
just going to summarize
I don't feel
my
like-
point, man.
yeah,
I'm
come
just going
on.
to summarize my point. You, first of all, you can't say he's his own person. I have explained this already.
He
You are a
is.
celebrity. He's his own person there in like
An individual,
he's his
yeah.
own person.
He is his own person.
But listen to me. You are a celebrity.
Okay.
There are certain things Kanye West will not endure because he's a celebrity.
Okay.
There are certain things, certain advantages he enjoys
Yes,
because he's a celebrity. For every advantage, there's a disadvantage. This is the disadvantage. The fact that he can't afford to come out and say things that will cause damage and then use the fact that, oh, I'm my own person, it's not my fault people follow me. No, you can't do that because in reality, people do follow you. He should feel obligated. He should be careful with the things he's saying because he knows he has this influence on society. I use the example that if Ohiz, if you or if I do say something, it's not the same as if Kanye West says it. He is Kanye West. That's why I feel like if he causes damage, he should feel an obligation to repair it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think he's made sense.
Like I said, we can.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
that point makes sense.
Finally,
Finally, we can agree.
Finally, we can agree.
Finally,
First.
man.
He tried.
It's
not easy.
This got mad heated, bro.
It's not easy, man.
Fam, don't make me start cussing you over here, man. You're my G. That's not
Yeah, man. But I think we can all agree that it's important to, it's important to separate someone's art from their personal,
beliefs,
because also it is
Okay.
because
we're agreeing now.
we're agreeing. Okay, fair. I think it's important because they might do some dumb shit, but their art is still good.
That's true.
Do you get what I mean?
That's true.
So you can listen to their art, but don't let them, like you said, be your moral compass.
Yep.
You get me?
That's what
Simply
I'm
based on the fact that they are good at
Yeah,
it.
it's better
better than what they do.
thank you. It's a lot better. I mean, religious figures are a lot better than superstars, celebrities.
Yeah.
These guys, remember these guys are normal people who got famous off doing
A
what they
particular
love,
thing,
a particular thing.
Yeah.
Them being good at music or them being good at football or basketball doesn't change their mindsets, their
Yeah.
political views.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
So they're not your heroes. Sorry.
Yeah. All my heroes are Cornballs. Went to JPEG Mafia, man.
Yeah, man. I think that was
That was a
really good.
productive one, man.
Yeah, that was
Learned a lot
one.
about each other today. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
As always, thank you for coming through.
Thank you.
YouTube,
Listen,
Spotify.
please hear what, if you have rebuttal comments, well, let me translate for the
Non-Nigerians.
The comments are there if you have a rebuttal, but
Yeah.
don't go there and curse us because you are doing yourself. But if you have something to contribute.
Why are you so problematic?
I
No,
beg,
bro, wait, if you go on the comments,
time out. Bye, guys.
Yeah. We're out.